Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast, Health Edition. We're talking health today on the podcast. We're talking about preventative scans.
Did I tell you I got my tarot cards read last week?
Was that a preventative scan?
Well, the health card came up.
Oh, what'd they say?
They told me to take care of my body.
Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
they told me
the insight
that I need to have more balance
Whoa.
in my life.
So this guy was a psychic.
And you're not going to like the next bit of news.
Uh-huh.
New love.
New love?
I got the new love card. And I was trying to make everyone laugh in the room because it was like a public reading. I was like, oh, do I have to get a divorce? And
they said?
They said no. Well, the other person, they were like, oh, yeah, it's a romantic love. And then I got the same card, and they're like, no, yours could also be.
You know why I'm comforted by the fact?
It could be like a child. Do you have a child? I was like, yeah.
You need a new one. Perhaps a different child.
It could be art. It could be career. It could be anything. Really.
You know why I'm not threatened by this particular reading?
Why?
Because you did that tarot card on a trip out of town with a friend that was going through, I would say, a objectively extremely hard time, right? Mm-hmm. And the first card, you told me today, the first card they pulled, the tarot card reader, what did he say?
Oh, yeah. He was like, things are pretty great for you right now.
Things are pretty great for you.
No, but you know what?
Read the room.
No, tarot cards
are not real. Is that what you were going to say? I was going to
say the cards have their own energy that might not be something that you can quantify, but you pick your cards and then the tarot reader is just the conduit. So what's really important is the cards.
Conduit for what?
Not the person. The conduit for whatever.
Ghosts are in the deck?
Not ghosts. It's just, it's, you know, like, it's like I like to hug trees sometimes and they can tell you things. Rocks can tell you things, but you can't be like, what did you say, rock? Can you please write that down? You don't write the same way as me. Like, you know, it's like in the air. It's like esoteric. It's like you can feel it. It comes to you. It's like, you know, I talked to some trees when I was there.
I mean, I'm more for talking to trees than for having a random like van life person pull out a deck of cards and be like, you need a divorce. Like, what? When's the last time you were employed?
They are employed by the hotel.
By the trees and the rocks and the spirits of the labyrinth.
Listen, all I'm saying is everything can't be quantified so easily as in your brain, Moshe.
I had a friend old friend, who's 45. And he told me he broke up with somebody because she wouldn't get rid of her tarot deck. He's got like residual Christian kind of occult fear going on. And I go, dude, what?
My friend's cleaning lady asked her to get rid of them.
Well, yeah, but imagine not getting laid anymore because you're afraid of a deck of cards.
Well, listen, nothing against the tarot. I love the tarot. I'm here for it.
You're here for the tarot?
Yeah, I also got
You sound like a Hawaiian right now. I'm here for the tarot, for the Kailua pig. I'm here for it all.
Okay, speaking of Hawaii, Moshe, we ganged up on an employee today together on the phone.
I gotta say, as much as the CEO is like a beacon of hope for humanity, the rest of the company at Tesla is really whack.
So Moshe's been getting emails saying that his car is about to be impounded.
No, repossessed.
But the car is in my name for some dumb reason. So now I'm getting emails saying that I owe them $45,000 and they're going to come repossess the car and my address.
It's all because they missed us. There was like a suite number on the business address that we filled in the paperwork.
The thing that's crazy is that they only conduct business through an app. There's like hardly anyone working at this company. There might be one person checking emails once a month, right?
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that I get an email saying we're going to repossess your car. And I say, okay, tell me what I need to do. And then they go radio silent for like 2 months. And then they send another email like, we sent you an email 2 months ago. We're coming for the car, bitch. And then I call them and they're always like trying to alpha me. I swear to God, I think Tesla Incorporated had like a board meeting, like a corporate advisor
they did.
come and be like, we're an alpha company and we don't take shit from no bitches. So if somebody cuts you off, you cut them off right back because all of them have the same vibe.
Yeah, we got into a big fight with one today.
Today he's screaming and shit. Oh, by the way, they did the repossess thing. I've been emailing them for like months. And then I wrote an email like, what the fuck is going on, guys? He goes, sorry, I had a cold Monday. It's not Monday. It is 3 months ago. Like, your cold is not applicable. Finally, I call the guy today. He won't speak to me because it's in your name. So I conference call you. Mm-hmm. You jump on. You start screaming. I was kind of proud.
Well, I wanted him to tell me because he was like, the car is going to be repossessed.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
And I go, and I never do this, like talk at the same time to have a fight who stops talking. It's a very male thing to do.
It was a very male situation.
And I did it today and I won.
The call had Cybertruck energy for sure.
It so had Cybertruck energy.
Sure.
And so
they've gotten cockier since the Cybertruck came out. They're just like, we're Cybertruck Incorporated.
And been recalled.
Yeah, but they don't care. We don't care about that. Betas follow recalls.
Well, anyway, the thing that I kept talking over the guy about was I said, I just need to know if I need to figure out. I just said, I just need to know if this is like on my record. You know, like I didn't tell him this, but it took me a long time to clean up my credit. And I don't
think he would have been receptive to your biography about your credit history, to be honest.
Repossession? Like, it was like a scary email and it had like a tracking number and like.
I know, it was scary. I had a good line, actually. I had a couple good lines, but one of my better lines today was he kept saying, I don't know, ma'am, I'm from the legal department. I don't know, ma'am, I just am from the legal department. And I said, well, we're from the customer department. I thought that was pretty good. That
was a good one.
Pretty good. Customer department. That's what our department, That
was one of your good ones. He kind of got right back at you, though.
What did he say?
At the end.
Oh, at the end, he did kind of get back at me because it did come out of nowhere. I was not expecting it. At the end of the whole thing, I was like, you might want to pass this up your chain of command that you shouldn't talk over your customers like that when they're frustrated. He goes, mahalo, sir. And I was like, are you from the island? I didn't.
He said mahalo and hung up.
Yeah, he said mahalo and hung up, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't."
We had never like established there was any.
Yeah, no.
Saying mahalo.
I didn't know he was from the.
Off, that's awesome.
I didn't know he was from the INA. Like, if he had told me that, my whole thing would have definitely changed a little bit. I have a lot of respect for the islands and just for Polynesian culture in general. He should have just let me know in the beginning, like, just so you know, you're talking to a Polynesian alpha right now. You're fucking with a Hawaiian alpha because I'm wearing, as you can see, I'm dedicated.
You're actually wearing that hat like a beret.
I'm wearing it in a cool, I think, is beret French?
A beret is like on the side.
Is beret French for cool?
It could be.
Cool style? Listen, I look good. I know I look good. You don't like it?
No,
mahalo.
It was just funny how confident you were.
Mahalo.
I was talking to a friend today and she was saying how overrated confidence was. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
It's overrated?
Yeah.
What is it? Some kind of weakling was telling you that?
No, I just think like, why not have some humility? Why not let the guy win? I'm talking to myself.
The truth is I agree because humility is one of my greatest strengths. Mm-hmm. It always has been. Mm-hmm. From an age, before I can even remember, I was more humble than anybody surrounding me. Like, it was humility kind of emanated from me from my earliest memory. And in 1998, I won the World Humility Championships. I was crowned the most humble person in North America.
Well, listen, Moshe, I find you humble and bold and confident in all of the things.
I think you have a great ass.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I got off Ozempic because it was definitely disappearing.
Yeah, they don't talk about that. The great butt wasting of the Ozempic epidemic of 2024.
I did it for like 2 months. I lost 10 pounds, got very thin, but my body looked worse.
I don't know if your body looked worse. Your body always looks perfect to me. It's a wonderland.
Looks better now. Now I just feel like,
I think your body's great.
I'm a normal lady and I have a big butt again. The
truth is, honey, you're more than a normal lady. You're an abnormal lady. That's how I think of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I would never say, oh, that's my wife. She's kind of normal. So she's extra special.
I do miss having like a super skinny stomach.
You miss having a super skinny stomach?
But like the nausea that was involved in having it was just too much.
I think you have what am I supposed to say here? You have a very skinny stomach or it's...
You don't have to say anything. I'm just being very open and vulnerable right now because I got a cancer scan today.
Oh.
I got my cancer scan and...
It's not called a cancer scan, honey.
What is it?
When you say it like that, it sounds like I got my cancer scanned.
Oh.
You don't have cancer.
Right.
We don't think. But we'll find out in 2 weeks because you got an MRI.
Right.
You got an optional bougie rich person MRI.
I got one, and when I got in there this morning, because it's like an hour and a half.
Did they not make you sign the non-disclosure agreement that they made me sign?
Are we not supposed to talk about it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you weren't. They just said that they were extremely litigious and would come after me if I said anything about it.
Well, one thing that happened that was really annoying is they told me to take off my jewelry, and I forgot to take off my rings, and no one caught it. And then when I was leaving, I was like, am I going to have to do this again?
Oh, shit. And?
I didn't go back to ask because I didn't notice till I was in the car.
I mean, I think it's supposed to like make you cling to the top of the thing.
Oh no! If I have to do that again, it was like
what
very
if you
claustrophobic.
Well, when I looked it up, it's pretty funny. There's one cost for the full body scan, and it's not cheap, but then they have a discount, and they're like, "We'll do it." There's a $800 version, and it's just from your neck to your butt. They're like, if you have cancer, like sort of here, it's like a funny calculus.
It's the cheapskate special.
Yeah, but it's just a funny calculus to be like, I bet if I get cancer, it's going to be like shoulder blade down cancer.
If you're going to pay for a scan, you just have to shell out the extra whatever it is to get the full scan.
Well, I got my results. You're waiting on your results. It's a terrifying feeling. I've been there, sister.
You got tech neck.
I got tech neck. That's one thing they said I had. Some severe degeneration in my discs, but I don't feel it. I feel like $1 million. I'll tell you what I didn't like were the things they said were benign. Things that they said I didn't need to worry about. Innumerable benign lesions in my liver. Innumerable. Innumerable. Too many to count.
And you don't even drink.
I don't know. It's normal. Some people are born like that. You want to hear the other one?
You have a lacerated liver?
You want to hear the other one?
Yeah, what?
They said they were like Rice Krispies in my liver, but normal.
You know what?
You don't like that? You want to hear the other one?
Some things you should just keep to yourself.
Why? You think they might affect my reputation in these streets? You want to hear the other thing?
Is it really gross?
It's really scary sounding.
Okay.
I have in my brain something called a mega arachnoid cyst. Mega arachnoid.
Oh my God.
Giant spider cyst.
Is this why you're like this?
Like what?
You have a spider-like cyst that is going through your head.
You're missing the big word
giant
here.
one, and then the thing about a spider is tentacles, so it's kind of like
that thing
taken over your brain.
You know that thing that we put with our daughter on Halloween time, that big like foam spider that we wrap around the front gate? Mm-hmm. That's what I have in my brain. Mega arachnoid.
That is a little upsetting.
But then I looked it up. It sounded bad, right? It sounds like you're going to die. But then I looked it up. Something like 1/3 of people are born with a mega arachnoid cyst in their brain. It's just the way some people's brains are formed.
Basically, we shouldn't be finding this stuff out.
All you want to know is, do I got lupus? That's all you want to know. Do I got MS? Do I got lung cancer? You know, that's what you're trying to really figure out.
Well, as I stepped into the machine and had like all these weights over my head, it was like very scary.
How'd you like the machine?
I hated it. How do I like a CAT scan machine?
Loved it.
Anyway, they have Netflix playing and you can watch anything you want on Netflix.
In a mirror.
And so I was like, yeah, I'll watch Girls 5 Eva because I was watching that and it was funny. You know, I just wanted something like funny. And then they were like, okay, well, the last person was watching. It was like this, I wish I knew the name of it, but it was some like very like overly dramatic drama something. And they're like, okay, theirs will play for a minute while I get yours on. So I get into the thing and literally the scene that's playing is a woman bawling. And she's like, I don't know how to tell you this, but I have cancer.
In the Pernuvo tunnel.
Yes. And I'm like, I couldn't even write this in a movie because it would be so weird. Like, that was very...
I watched Happy Gilmore. And I fucking loved that MRI machine. I could stay there for a month.
It was very fancy.
What's the opposite of claustrophobia? I've got that. I want to be inside a small space at all times. That's probably why I married you.
You like small spaces?
Yeah, I love it.
Interesting.
Give me a cocoon. Give me a Japanese pod hotel. I'm in. Sounds fucking awesome.
You're like one of those chihuahuas who'll just like roll into your
cuddle
butt.
up into your... Yeah, I will. I went on a tour bus when I was touring with Aziz. That was great. My little cubby. I watched all of Ken Burns' The West in that little cubby. I loved it. Give me more of that.
All right. Well, maybe you need to start flying more.
I don't like being close to other people. I like being in a small enclosed space alone.
So you'd like Delta One or something.
Yeah, I would like to fly first class. What if I claimed I was so claustrophobic I had to fly first class? Or
people do it, and I actually asked someone recently who told me that. and I think they really are claustrophobic. I said, do you think I can say that I don't like chain hotels? Like I haven't.
Oh, you have chain hotelophobia?
Yes.
Okay. What hotels aren't chains though? That's the real deal.
That's hard.
Even the fancy ones now are chains.
True.
By the way,
True.
I don't want to get into. I know we should take a call, but every fancy chain hotel is whack.
Hotels suck.
They suck. I mean, you say even the fanciest hotel in the world. I've stayed at Four Seasons before. They suck. It's just a Marriott with better art and a guy saying mahalo.
You think the art at a Four Seasons is good?
Better than at a Marriott. A Marriott, someone at Marriott Corporate types art into Amazon and just buys in bulk. A Four Seasons, one guy is like one older gay man goes to an estate sale or something like that.
All right. Well, we will talk about hotels at some other time.
Another
Because I have
day.
a lot to say on that topic. That's just why I was pausing because I'm
Okay.
like, you know
We can
what?
cut this part out.
We have people
We got
waiting
people
to talk to us.
Yeah.
And actually, this person is here in our very own town of Los Angeles.
I love an Angelino.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that Louisiana?
I love it.
We are going to call Crystal,
Crystyle.
spelled Kryst something,
Christiela. Christilia.
in LA. Hi, Crystal.
Oh,
Hey,
Crystal.
guys.
There you are.
It's Natasha and Moshe.
Nice to see you guys.
Is that
I have a tarot deck here. And I'm telling you, I'm getting extremely strong, like wardrobe department or
Moshe.
costumer energy from you. Is that
That
crazy?
is- your tarot cards are correct.
Whoa! Wow, tarot is real.
Crystal? What percentage do you believe in tarot?
0.
Yeah, girl. And your name is
Sorry.
Crystal. Your name is Crystal. You are named after the spirits that control the tarot.
Is it really a 0?
Yeah, I just don't ever believe that like Mercury's in the microwave or whatever.
Well, that is not exactly.
Mercury's in the microwave. I like Crystal. That is cool.
Okay, Crystal. Well, how can we help you today?
That's a good line. That's a solid line, Crystal.
Okay, so here's the thing. I am an avid gym goer. I go pretty much 5 days a week. I've gone to the same gym for going on 3-4 years now. Mind my own business, put my music in, do my thing. You know, there's the everyday people you recognize the faces and you're like, sup.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I went into the gym not thinking, and I guess I didn't have my hair up in a ponytail, right? Just not thinking about it. And I'm like doing my warm up, getting my muscles ready, and this man comes up to me. And I guess I'd recognized him before, but not really, because like I said, I just kind of keep my head down. And he says, I almost fell off the bike because of your hair. And I was like, excuse me? And he's like, I see you here every day, and your hair is down today. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then I like went about my business. And then from then on, and this was about 3 months ago, every so often, once, sometimes twice a week, he'll come up to me and say other weird things. Like one time he was like, you have the hair. Do you wear makeup? And at first I was like, oh, well, it's 7 a.m. at the gym, so no. And then I was like, oh gosh, weird guy. But maybe he's just like a lonely old
You
dude.
can
I don't
stop
know.
right now because I already have your answer.
Yeah, run away with this guy. This is your meet cute. You love him.
No.
They're called earbuds.
Uh-huh.
I wear them.
No.
Oh, does he do the pop them
No,
out
you
movement?
don't pop them out. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm on a call. Yeah, no, sorry. Like, treat this guy like
Natasha,
what?
not to cut you off, but I've done it. I've ignored him. Those were the 2 instances I like interacted. From then on, head down, ignored him. He'll walk by and I could still hear him saying things, but no eye contact. But he'll come to wherever I am.
Oh, he's like bopping up from the other side of the treadmill.
Yes.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
harassing you. I'm sorry. Can you just tell me again? He's old. He's older. What did you say he was?
Let me describe him to you. He's an older gentleman, maybe, I don't know, 50-ish,
Okay.
60-ish. long gray ponytail.
Oh, so okay, he's
And
cool.
He feels
digs
like
through
he's
the
earned
trash.
the right to talk. He's what?
He's digging through the trash for water bottles too.
Oh, is he like a transient or what?
No, he's there. He goes there every
Got it.
day.
Okay,
I
so
think that you need to talk to a manager.
what's the question? Karen's
Not
even
Karen's-
Karen out,
Karen's
but I'm
talk to managers.
obviously she needs to
Not
talk to the
alpha
manager.
babes like this.
All right, fine.
You got to beat him to death with a 45-pound plate.
Well, and at first I was just like, I'm gonna ignore it, but it's been going on for 3 months.
Yeah.
And like it's like every time, and now I'm hyper aware, and every time
Right.
I look or in the mirror, he's there. So I'm like, okay, do I talk to the front desk about it? Because like they're not gonna do anything because
Why not?
I've asked them questions before, and they're there on their phone, they're texting, they can't be bothered.
Yeah.
And I asked my husband, I'm like, what should I do? And he was like, well, you should like tell him completely to F off or like tell the manager. And I'm like, okay, well, I can do that, but what if he gets kicked out? Like, should I care or should I not care?
By the way, you're tough because like you got one of those I'm so tough I can't live with a metal wedding rings on. I don't know if you noticed that. She got one of those rubber wedding rings and
My
that
silicone
yeah,
one.
what that says is like I'm married, but I can take human life with my bare hands.
I love it.
No, I'm a seamstress, so I don't like wearing my real ring because it can hit on the machines or get messed in the
Ring
fabric.
avulsion. I know all about it.
Crystal, I know what's happening here. You are being called to stand up for yourself in a new way than you have before because you already know what's going to happen if you talk to the front desk. You already know what happens when you're completely rude. You already know what happens when you totally ice him out. This is one of those times. I mean, what would Elon Musk do? He would be like, hey, listen, man, when I come Mahalo. When I come to the gym, I want to relax and I really don't appreciate you looking at me or talking to me. Thank you. Or whatever
Natasha's
it is.
right.
Simple, firm, not activated, not charged. Because I bet you if Elon, there's something like cool about it too. You got to show him. Like it's happened to me before. I've talked about it on this podcast, like finally sticking up to a man where like in ways that you never have before. Like I said to the guy who was like editing our show, I was like, would you treat blah, blah, blah like this?
Right.
I've never talked to someone like that. And he like shook. And then another time I was acting with someone and he was like, don't you ever change the lines on me? Because I would just talk to the director about one thing. And we were in a car and I said, if you ever talk to me like that again, I'll never come back on the set. Or I said something like, don't you ever talk to me like that?
Yeah.
It just came out of me. And he treated me like Meryl Streep for the rest of the show. So
Meryl effing Streep.
I just think you need to harness your inner, like you're tough on the outside, but like what if you, so now we need Moshe to craft what you say. And it's one sentence.
Yeah.
Wait, who was it?
Because I don't want to be like hot-headed about it.
No, but this is your
also
time to
it's just
and then if he doesn't do it, then you can like move gyms or whatever. But like, and I don't even think it's a threat, but it's something like, hey man, don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't come up to me. When I come to it's bothering me. I don't know.
Natasha just selected the Queen of Swords card for you. That's what I'm getting from a strong Queen of Swords.
Channeling.
Energy.
I mean, you cannot believe in it.
I can't believe you told that story about when you spoke to Benedict Cumberbatch that way. Like that is crazy because I thought that was like a Hollywood secret. But yeah, she fucking put Benedict in his place. Okay.
I'm just saying sometimes you can access a new part, like or asking a guy out on a date. I've never done that. I probably won't now because I'm married to Moshe. But I think
probably won't.
Well, I'm saying if you die, I don't know, maybe you have cancer or something.
Okay, I don't have cancer, but you might. Okay.
yeah, don't pull that card.
Here's a question. Are you comfortable? Because Natasha's giving you a lot of strong advice. Are you capable?
Look at her
Are
arms.
you capable of taking the guy into the gym and just fucking him one time? Like one time to let his fantasies get... No, my real question. Are you capable of that conversation? Some version of that conversation where you look him in the eyes and you say to him, I don't want this anymore, and I'd appreciate it if you stop it.
I think it's gotten to the point where that's where I need to be, but I've been having a hard time because I'm just used to being like, oh, whatever, let it go. But now it's like really bothering me, and he's really creepy. I know I described him, but it's
that old saying? Have you heard that saying? Women are afraid men are going to kill them. Women are afraid. Men are afraid women are going to laugh at them. It's a dark but true kind of statement.
Yeah.
Men, I think that men like that. They know that there's an underlying safety concern that allows them to like tap dance on people's boundaries all the time, knowing that there's a part of you that's like, if I turn around and say, hey man, stop, you might be a psychopath, and they will violate.
And I think that's the thing that it kind of gets me a little bit too, because it's just like, well, I'm there every day. He's there every day.
He's there all day long too, bothering other people besides you. He sucks.
Yeah.
And I think,
and he doesn't even work out. He just walks around and picks up the weights. He'll ride the bicycle. And I've gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I see that guy on the bicycle, so I can't do this exercise, this, and I'll change my whole routine just to.
Yeah.
What do you think of this, Moshe?
I'm of two minds here.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. What do I think of?
So she passes him tomorrow.
This is so funny though, Natasha.
Don't look at me. Don't talk to me.
Terrible. I hate it. You're taking.
It has to be. It can't be like she doesn't want to establish a conversation with him.
You're taking a person whose behavior has shown nothing but instability, and you're starting the conversation in confrontation and instability of your own. I think that's a bad idea because it will allow him to react from anger. By the way, he might react from anger no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't seem hinged, and he certainly doesn't respect you or your boundaries. I mean, he knows you don't want it. I mean, all of these men all know that you're not like, getting turned on by his advance. He knows that. It's just he's there to like make you uncomfortable and force you against your will to be in his little weird dialogue. So I wouldn't start with don't look at me, don't talk to me. I wouldn't.
Okay, tell me what to say.
Well, I don't know, because I'm of two minds here. And this is funny that you're giving this advice, Natasha, because your advice usually is with bad behavior is don't say anything ever.
But this is her happy place. It's the gym.
Yeah.
She needs to get him pried away from looking at her, talking to her, commenting on her. And I think if she said the exact right thing, she might succeed.
So here are my two minds.
I mean, obviously you should change gyms.
As I've gotten older, the older I've gotten, the less tolerance I have for dangerous feelings of crazy, to the degree that I will let people more and more often get away with egregious shit because I just don't want that energy in my life. So one part of me thinks, this isn't fair. It sucks. And it's one of the sucky, unfair things about womanhood, but also just about the world. Maybe you should just find another gym. But you're there 5 days a week. I get it. It's like
and it's so close to my house.
Yeah. So what I would do, the other part of my brain goes, you cannot let people get away with this kind of behavior. You cannot allow people to step on top. Yeah, to chase you away from your 5 days a week. That's like synagogue. That's how often I go to synagogue, 5 days a week. So I would say don't look at me, don't talk to me. I would say simply, and you'll be able to know immediately if you need to just immediately call a manager or get another gym. I would just take my earbud out and say one time, hey man, I come to the gym to work out, not to talk to people. You're making me super uncomfortable, and I would appreciate it if you don't speak to me, look at me, be in my field of vision. No offense, I know you like it here too. I'm glad that you enjoy the gym, but I don't want to interact with you. Please respect that. And if you don't, I'm going to escalate this. I would say something like that.
That's a threat, though.
Yes.
What if she just stops right before and if you don't?
Okay,
and just
I'll
be
accept the
really
amendment.
firm about it.
Yeah, and then if he does it again, like if I say that, I think that was great, and I feel I could see myself saying that. And maybe if he does keep at it, then I'll be like, hey, I've asked you already. Maybe
you'll know.
Wait, what would you say? You'd say I've asked you already, and then what?
Like I like what Moshe said. If I talk to him and I say, I told you I don't want to interact with you. If you keep doing it, I'm going to have to then escalate it or something.
No. I don't accept your amendment. I accept your amendment, Natasha. I don't accept your amendment.
Okay.
I think once you tell a person that clear, first of all, my prediction is that you're not going to have to wait and see if he does it again. He's going to immediately show you whether or not he respects that in the moment. He'll either say, well, fuck you then, bitch. And then at that
he
point,
seems like that kind of guy.
It does seem like that kind of guy. And I would say that's the most likely result. Oh, somebody doesn't like a compliment. And then at that point, I would walk straight to management and say, I'm going to quit the gym unless you do something about this guy. But I would never have another conversation with him where I go, now that I've set the boundary, now I'm going to enforce the boundary. I would just, if he ever bothers you again, ever does it again.
I see what you're saying.
Straight to the
Don't give him the opportunity to make the mistake again.
Just set your boundary. If he violates your boundary, walk up to the 19-year-old assistant manager at the Planet Fitness and say, will you ignore my pleas for help, and then find a new gym.
Now, the bad part about this is that tomorrow you have a performance. So you should memorize what you have to say.
That's right.
You should know that he has nothing to say to you. This is not a conversation. So however you want to end it, you say it and then you walk away.
Put your earbud.
That's a very important
back in.
Very important part.
Put your earbud back in and get back to the work.
And I love the words super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Surely he's opened the internet to understand that, there is a thing going around, so you can't just act like that.
Okay. Can you do that?
I can do that.
I'm so excited to
and
hear.
You have to also imagine yourself as someone else. That can actually
that's
help.
Nice.
And for me, it's like sometimes like a man. Like if there's a certain man who's like really good at what he does or always gets his way. I mean, this is probably the most sexist thing to say.
What are you about to say?
To imagine yourself as a man.
Imagine yourself being a man.
But sometimes as a woman, like when you're trying to talk to someone who just sees you as a sex object and, or sees you as something that's like beneath them or like something that they can possess or control or harass, it's hard to not think of yourself as this helpless woman, So it's like, if you can just imagine yourself,
but this
that
is
can help.
The good thing about the script that we gave you is that none of it is, you're not saying to him, you're a pervert, you're a horny old man, you're a dirty fuck. You're saying, I don't come here to talk. I don't like what you're doing. I'm getting uncomfortable. I need you to stop doing it. So all these I statements that really, if he's going to react positively, you've given him every possible opportunity to react in a way that isn't volatile, which I don't know will be the case. And you know what? Maybe you even go up to, if you really feel unsafe in any way, go up to, and this is sexist too, but go up to one of the guys in the gym that you know and say, I'm about to go tell this dude to stop fucking creeping me out. Will you just watch my
Which
back?
I have said something like that to one of the regular guys that I do see.
Yeah, so maybe say I'm gonna go.
He even noticed it. He was just
fuck
like,
that
why
gym
was
rat.
that guy
Get rid of him.
you?
You're gonna be a hero at the gym because all the other girls who are pretty with blonde hair, who he harasses because he's like, oh, hair. I love the blonde hair.
If there's one thing I love more than a trash can scored plastic water bottle, it's a hot-bodied blonde that's doing CrossFit. I have a question for you before we let you go. And first of all, I would love for you to check back in with us and tell us how it went.
For sure.
But my question is there a way for a man to approach a woman at the gym and flirt with her? Is it always unacceptable? I'm out of the game, so it doesn't matter. But if you were at the gym and you saw someone that you were attracted to and you were young and not creepy, is there a non-creepy way, or is it just safe space, don't do that?
First of all, for me, I think it's a safe space, but I think some girls, they want to get out and go to the gym and hopefully maybe meet somebody. So I think it is just situational.
Yeah.
I know that's probably not the answer you wanted, but
no, that's fair. That's
and it's
fair.
also a vibe you're giving off. If you want to meet people, you're looking around.
I do crotchless workout shorts, and that makes a lot of women really look my way. Crotchless workout shorts.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I let it dangle, and a lot of ladies love that.
Nice. Well, you need the airflow, I guess.
Airflow, and I love to like dig around in the trash for a free plastic water bottle, and that kind of lets the ladies know I'm available.
Hell yeah.
All right, listen, well, fuck that guy. Good luck tomorrow.
Yep.
Do it. It'll feel good, and it's like opening a new your insides will match your outsides now.
Exactly. And one more thing I wanted to say, Moshe, my husband and I, we went and saw you at the Troubadour a few weeks ago.
Oh, you came to
it
that
was
show?
A great time.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you for coming. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for being there. I would never harass you in the gym.
Here.
Thank you.
Thanks,
all right.
Crystal.
And your designs look cool.
Have a good night.
Okay, later.
She did draw the Queen of Swords, honey.
Yeah.
Wait, Moshe gives great advice. We know that because you're coaching our friends through something and you gave them something to write.
Oh, I can't even believe
to our friend's mother who was like being really difficult. And the person sent it.
They copied and pasted what I wrote. I couldn't believe it. First of all, what I wrote I thought was a little bit intense. Even you were like, that's a little harsh.
I said that's too harsh.
The mom came back and was like, full on, like obsequious.
Kissing their ass.
Kissing their ass, going, okay, anything you want. I'm like, am I Have I missed my calling as a text message writer at large?
No, but I think that's why I asked you. Like, I knew what she should do, but I didn't know how to say it. That's my problem. I always know the right thing to do,
but not the right way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is your problem.
T's you.
Yeah.
That means my heart's in the right place.
That's true. You have a really good heart and what's the term for a sharp tongue?
Oh, I thought you were going to say
and a big ass?
No.
Wait, what was it?
Sharp tongue and a big ass. That's your type.
Good heart, sharp tongue, big ass.
All right.
Yeah. Wait, big. I mean, people are gonna, I think, talk shit. I mean, big ass in a good way.
No one cares about talking shit anymore. That's over.
Oh, okay. That's since the roast, huh?
Yeah,
shit, we're
we
back.
changed
Comedy's
gears.
back.
Okay, so let's listen to some secrets.
What a great idea.
Hi, guys. I just listened to the episode with Todd Glass, and I called immediately to leave the secret because it piggybacks off the last two secrets. I've been wanting to leave the secret for years, but like the caller who said that we should rehearse and script it, I haven't because I've been wanting to like nail it with the humor. So I kept trying to take notes, and then I just never ended up calling. Anyways, just like the last caller, I too have had an accidental happy ending during a massage.
Whoa.
It took place in Moshe's hometown of Oakland, California,
Very
right
cool.
off Piedmont Avenue. I was getting a Thai massage and basically had this experience at the very end. I don't know if you've ever gotten a Thai massage, but they kind of like use their whole body on yours. And it was this like 60-year-old Thai woman who basically at the very end like dug her knee into my back and like looped her arm under my armpit and then pulled my leg back across, and it just like unleashed this euphoric rush that just took me somewhere.
Wow.
That was like 10 years ago, and I've thought about it and wondered, like, was this unethical? The reason that I wonder if it was unethical, borderline, is because I think of it fondly, and also I did go back and have gone back to that place.
Trying to get that, chase that dragon.
I haven't sought out that exact massage therapist, but I have secretly hoped that it would be her. I don't even know who she was because you go in and kind of like put your face down and then you like never really see them. Anyways, that's my secret. Just kind of neatly had to do with the last one. So to that caller, you're not alone. Secret, accidental, happy endings happen, and I hope it happens to me again. Okay, thanks. Love the show. Bye.
Chasing that Thai dragon.
That is like who. If that was possible, there's a Thai masseuse down the street. I would go do that. Definitely.
You would go bust on a Thai masseuse's knee?
If there was a woman who knew how to like move my leg this way, put
your
her
armpit
this way, and then like lift my hip,
and then you just bust.
Unleash an org. I mean, well, I guess like, do you make noise?
You'd have to do a silent one. Can you not do a silent one? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because I'm making noises during a massage anyway.
Right.
I could do it. Yeah, I want that. I want that for sure. It's not sexual, really.
Yeah.
It's more like energetic.
Wow. There's an old Thai saying is when you bust, it's sexual. That's interesting. An accidental
happy ending.
But I've never had that. Accidental.
A secret accidental.
I never had
ending.
that. Never had that. So,
well, it's different with, it's what she's saying is so cool because it's like, someone like stroking my vagina. Like the woman didn't, I always thought when I heard of the female ones that someone was like touching you really fast.
You thought they were touching your genitals.
They were trying to jerk off your pussy.
Well,
like,
that's a purposeful happy ending when they're trying to, as you say, jerk off your pussy. that was a more deliberate.
Wait, so do you think that Thai woman was not trying to do that?
No, she was touching her hip and her armpit.
Oh my God, I totally read that was her trick.
Oh, that was her closer? No, she gave her a orgasm through her back.
Wait
somehow.
a second. Now I want to know if this girl orgasms easy.
She probably does. She's probably a buster.
See, I thought there was a lady
easy buster
who knew like a certain like secret.
That you'll come every time?
Yeah, or just like now if I do this, it unleashes this chakra of like sex energy.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think this woman just had like there is such a thing as a mind bust. You know about that? Mm-hmm. Where you can have an orgasm without even being touched.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
It's rare, but it happened. I mean, premature ejaculation, if you do it before, I had a joke in my act, actually, and it's a true story, based on the fact that I once, when I was really young, had an orgasm, like I said, right here. Like, I didn't even know that was physically possible, but, like, I hadn't even touched anything. I hadn't entered a thing.
Wow.
I was on approach, and I just busted. I was like, I don't think this is a good idea for us to sleep together, actually.
Oh, that's cute.
Is
I mean, it's cute that you had like a little premature one. All right.
Yeah, that is cute.
All right. Well, listen, let's hear another one.
All right.
Hi, Moshe and Natasha. I am deep in the hole listening to really old episodes of this podcast.
Welcome.
And I just listened to The Secret from the girl who does like a DIY wet wipe where she rubs the toilet paper on her pussy in order to make it a more useful tool for wiping the poo off her ass when she's shitting.
Yeah.
And I was
she
frankly
spits.
shocked at your response to The Secret. I literally thought that this was something that everyone did. Well, every woman did. I definitely always utilize the moisture of my pussy to
Oh, she means pee?
wipe.
No, her wet vagina. She's like getting it
Pee.
really wet.
Wiping
No,
so much easier.
just
One thing I will
your pussy
say,
gets
though,
wet
is we were
sometimes.
kind of
Sorry.
going back and forth on whether she was using pee or the
Thank you.
pussy juices.
Thank you.
to
Wet
wipe
pussy
it.
juices.
And I will say I have used both because sometimes you run out of pee, and so then you've got to kind of dibble it up in there a little more to create additional wetness to keep wiping with. Pussy
Okay.
juices are more slick, so they are not as good of a substance.
Mhm.
Pee, it's wet, but there's still friction with the toilet paper, and that is the ideal.
Okay.
I know you're going to hate this. I'm sorry for getting so explicit, but I just had to share my thoughts on this because I actually feel quite strongly about it. All right, bye.
I got a lot of thoughts about this. First of all,
That's interesting because it's all about a woman's pussy.
right, because I'm learning so much. First of all, I could tell you this. I probably care more about a woman's pussy than you. I've thought more about it. I could almost guarantee.
You think you've thought more about women's pussies than I've thought about my own pussy?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
I thought about nothing but that from about the age of like 12 until right this second.
So you guys just walk through the world like
Mhm.
just wanting to masturbate.
Wanting to masturbate and stare at women who are doing CrossFit, doing kettlebells.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
hold on. I got a lot of thoughts about this. First of all, this woman's ideal wiping situation is that she's wiping piss on her butthole. That's her ideal. If everything works out, she's cleaning her butthole with piss. That's ideal. My second thought here is both of you are like, you get wet. I'm like, do women get wet when they shit?
No, sometimes you've just been wet all day and then you shit.
You've been
so
wet
there's-
all day?
Or I don't know.
Fuck?
Like,
I'm the one that wants to jerk off?
well, you can't help it.
You're
Doesn't-
walking around dribbling and I'm the horny pervert?
It's not dribbling. It's just like it's a lubricated area.
Yeah, but
There's lubrication. That
all
is
the
ju-
time?
Not all the time, but sometimes it'll happen
Listen,
like hormonally. Like
I don't know about that.
you might have a more drippy pussy one day.
I've never seen a lubricated vagina, ever. So that sounds like a myth.
Good one, Moshe.
Everyone I've ever touched has been bone dry.
Well, listen, I think it's disgusting nonetheless.
Yeah, the ideal. Here's the other thing about toilet paper is cheap and it comes across like I've poured water on like a thing of toilet paper before and wiped with it, and then you got all this like little fucking tendrils of like toilet paper detritus. I don't want that on my bunghole. Bunghole. I said it. It's bunghole day.
Well, as Marie Antoinette would say, get a bidet.
Is that what she said?
That's what she would have said.
We need to get a bidet. It's a funny thing when you go to Asia and you just go, oh.
Well, except for when you have to like be at the zoo and you're squatting to try to like pee, and then
There
like,
is
where people have
right.
thrown their shit away.
That's interesting.
Is a garbage can at eye level. So
Oh, you mean their wipe?
they've wiped their
implements.
ass and then they've put it in the garbage can, and now I'm trying to pee at the zoo in Taiwan and
Making eye contact with shit.
eye contact with the shit bucket
Right.
like I'm on a boat.
Right. It's filled with piss, pussy juice, and shit. from all of the assorted
And
women
then I
of
want to
Taiwan.
vomit, and then there's
Oh,
no.
that'd be crazy if you wiped your butt with a pussy juice piss rag while making eye contact with shitty things, and then you vomited. So every
orifice would
every
be leaking.
liquid that your body produces was at once coming out of you or touching you.
Hot.
That would be, yeah, that is hot actually. That would make me premature bust.
So in Asia,
That's my Thai woman putting her knee in my armpit.
So it's in Asia, it's either that or it's
The greatest toilet you've ever experienced in your life.
bidets.
Like the most fucking intelligent bidet of all time. That
Yeah.
is interesting. The disparity of shitting situations is really, really high and low. Man, I want to go back to Taiwan. I want to go shit in Taiwan. All right. Let's hear another secret. One more for the road.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. So my secret is that I work at like a low-key bougie grocery store in the Bay Area. I don't want to say the name for like obvious reasons, but like Moshe has probably been like several times or is at least familiar with it because it's been around for a pretty long time and it's pretty well known. Anyways, I work as a cashier and I fucking hate the demographic of customers because they're mostly all rude, rich, or like basically wealthy white people that are rude to me and my coworkers who are all very, very nice people. None of us actually shop there or like buy stuff from there. So my secret is that whenever I walk through the aisles during like busy times during my shift, I always try to silently rip as much ass as I possibly can. And like I'm lactose intolerant, but I drink coffee with whole milk before most of my like shifts, especially if I'm opening. So like they're like pretty bad.
That's
I
cool.
like walk through the aisles, farting shamelessly, and it's my way of saying fuck you to our rude ass customers because what's worse than a silent but deadly fart when you're buying produce? I love you both, and Natasha, you and Ricky Lentholm and your host killed it at the Punchline Sack. Me and my friend went to go see you, and we loved it. Okay, hope I can see you guys soon. All right, bye.
That's called class dusting.
What?
You know what crop dusting is? Is when you fart in an airplane. This is class dusting.
I love it.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to mention the reason people at Tesla Incorporated are so rude probably is for the same reason that this woman farts. Is they're just all day long dealing with the most insufferable rich assholes that are calling about their fucking Tesla. Can you imagine a ruder demographic? And I was a part of that demographic today.
Listen, one thing she said, well, the secret actually made me really think about myself for a minute because I have to say, when I'm in the grocery store, and I worked at a grocery store when I was young.
We know you're working class, girl. We know you come from blue collar roots.
When I'm at the grocery store, sometimes I actually set a timer. And I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here. So I'm like, after 12 minutes, I'm like, whatever I have gotten in 12 minutes, then I'm leaving. That's how much I like can't handle the grocery store. And I don't know how nice I am to when I'm asking
you're
where the
rude
I
at the
don't think
grocery
I'm
store.
rude. Because I'm not rude to people. I'm actually like overly nice to people usually. So I know I'm not rude, but I don't think I'm like, if I think every human interaction is a gift, I'm definitely not practicing that at the grocery store.
Interesting. It sounds
I
like
want to get the hell out of there. So
you might deserve
some
a piss covered fart,
I
a
think
burbling piss fart.
I don't know. I just feel like I thank you for reminding me to try to be
You think you're going
a
to be
little
cooler?
nicer. Well, I mean, I'm just like not trying to connect at the grocery store because I'm like, I need to go. I need to go. Like I just feel like I've wet my pants or something. Like
Well, your pants are always wet. We just found that out.
I'm like, I need, like, I just feel like it's my instinct. Like, I feel like I need to get out of there.
Want to know who's cool as
And maybe she's picking that up with some of the mean white ladies who are coming in.
You want to know who's cool as
I'm not
fuck?
sticking up for them in any way. I'm
the
sure
grocery
they're
store?
much worse people than me.
Would you like to know who's cool as fuck at the grocery store?
You?
Yeah. I'm awesome.
How do you act?
I'm all, how you doing?
I already know how you act in an Uber. You won't stop talking to the driver.
I'm like, how you doing? Got any plans for the weekend? Oh man, is this a good product? I'm a good guy.
Wait, you talk
I'm
to
a
the
fun,
woman
cool guy.
at Gelson's.
Yep.
You're like,
She ain't farting on me. I'm a good ass dude.
wait. Well, first of all, that's not why you should be being nice.
That's not why I should be being nice, but it's a nice byproduct.
Wait, hold on. Are you actually asking the cashier what
cool.
she's doing this weekend?
I'm just a cool guy. I'm cool.
I bag my own groceries. Does that help?
That helps a little.
I'm like, no, I got it. I'm like very nice, but I'm like,
but very nice.
My alarm's gone off.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't sound like you're that cool. Have you ever? Have you ever asked them why they discontinued a product with a little bit of like stink in your voice? That seems like something you'd do.
Like, not their fault at all.
I know. Not a decision they made.
No, I actually haven't. I don't spend enough time. I definitely ask people where things are.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. You're allowed to ask where things are.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
This wasn't about me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it sounds like it was about you.
The feeling I have at the checkout line is like, it's a pretty specific feeling, which is get me the fuck out of here.
I got a pretty specific feeling too, which is I might have just made a new friend. This guy might be my new homie.
What guy?
The guy that's bagging my groceries. I'm like, hey, man, you work out? You like house music? Let's hang sometime.
Listen, I know you're not doing that.
All right. Well, Natasha, I've learned a lot during this episode.
Listen, I am nice at the grocery store, but I'm going to be nicer.
That's cool. And
we're more like, hey, like relaxed energy. I think it's more my energy. My energy is like, oh, and it came from COVID. Because, you know, at COVID, like, it's masks. Okay, I'm just going to, wait here. I'm going to run and get the bread, you know? And I'm just like, and then I remember we went to a college town and everyone was like, had their little freezers and everyone seemed so chill. You know, like everyone carried their own bags.
Oh,
like I always would forget my bags and I just feel like some old person who still needs bags. And,
you know, I'm say
frenetic in the store because I've got my kid and I'm afraid of COVID. And I think then a new part of my personality was formed.
Were you pretty cool at the grocery store before COVID?
Yeah, of course, Moshe. I am always. Don't try to Karen me. I'm not like that.
Okay.
I'm very nice.
What was your first bit of advice to our first caller?
Call the manager.
Call the manager. That's your instinct. That's where you live from.
Well, more from because as a woman, if a man is harassing you,
she should call the manager.
At least, but she already knew the manager wouldn't do anything.
She should call the manager. I will say that I will try to be I would try to be cooler at the grocery store, but I literally couldn't be cooler. I'm the coolest guy they have all day. I've had a lot of people at the grocery store say, wow, man, you are like the coolest customer here. I've never had anybody say that, but I feel like they've thought it. I do feel like they've thought it.
Well, listen, every time we get into a Lyft or Uber, you start the conversation and then you just let me sit there to pick up all the pieces.
Well, it's an awkward...
And then you're staring at your phone and then I've got to talk to him about his
It's an awkward
rap
situation.
career.
You're in somebody's car. What are you going to ignore them? I mean,
yes.
Anyway, don't ignore us. Give us a call, 213-222-8608, and leave us a secret, and we'll play it on the air.
And if you need some advice, send us an email at endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, gmail.com. Our Patreon has some very exciting stuff coming up. We are adding all kinds of fun and exciting new bonuses for our Patreon subscribers. So don't forget, get in now. Patreon.com/endlesshoneymoon.
And watch us on YouTube. It's really easy.
It's the best. I love you.
Love you too.